Hey. Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Yes, R12.
R12.
That's the name of the show. R12. I'm gonna take a picture of it. That's the flyer. All that stupid work I've been doing on the other flyers. No, we're R12 in it today. That was on beat, dude.
What's up?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be different.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Welcome to a episode
Finally
of HMHD podcast. I am RJ.
I'm Drew.
And Justin's not here, but we're figuring it out.
Nobody's here.
Nobody's here, man. Where are you guys?
This is the first time in like 50 episodes.
It's an almost year and a half.
Yeah, because I bought the house in July. We started doing our first, I remember actually I had to get on the phone with Canon.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to print my receipt from when I bought the camera.
Oh, geez.
And it was I bought the camera August 9th.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's been a while.
That's crazy. This is the episode if we figure out if Justin is the glue of the whole operation. No, so if you joined in on our live thing, I guess it would be last week by the time this is uploaded, but we went to record and one of our cameras just stopped operating altogether. So we're
GoFundMe link.
Yeah, right. So
I will show you my butthole.
We are doing it. But we're doing it half old school. So for those that even watch, the quality on me might be a little bit different than Drew, but it's
actually,
not that...
I think it's going to be great, actually, because we actually fixed it pretty good.
You remember when like the
shutter speed was
it was like it was so weird
when I didn't know what shutter speed was.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool, like thinking about it. Like I've been like the camera bag for the camera that's on me is in my line of view like every week, and I'm like, I should just take that home. We don't need it anymore.
Well,
we only used it for like guests, so.
Well, yeah, it used to be the one camera that we would just use on both of us.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, way back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, and it worked and it was fine. But
my sister's camera.
Yeah, and then you bought that one, and we used that. And then we got the idea to get the other one, and it's been fun. It's just, I don't know what the hell is like. I understand like things break, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
That's what drove me nuts about it, is because we come in here once a week, hopefully, you know, and once I turn them off, I rarely even come in this room.
Yeah.
Like maybe. And it's usually just like if we have guests come over, I might put some laundry baskets in here, but I don't touch a thing. I don't touch a chair. I don't touch the table. I don't move the camera. I mean, at the most, I might nudge a camera by accident with my foot, but nothing happened. There was no dramatic impact, nothing. So we turned it on and the viewfinder just wasn't coming on. So then you upgrade the firmware, because as soon as you call customer service, that's what they're going to say.
Yeah.
Is, oh, did you update the firmware? They're going to make you sound like an idiot. But no, I updated the firmware. We tried for like a couple hours just to like, and I called.
The frustrating part is that it did work for a second.
It did, and that drove me nuts. But I do want to say one thing. The guy that I was talking with at Canon was the most helpful motherfucker.
Really? That like never happened.
Bro, this guy, I called him up and I explained to him, and I won't give the whole rundown, but I said, I did the firmware, I did that, I unplugged, I tried different batteries. He goes, well, it sounds like you did everything I was going to do with you over the phone, so why don't we just save you some time and I'll just generate a form for you so you can send it to Canon.
Okay.
I was like, okay, that's great. So he sends me the form and he's like, all you have to do is go on, your account for Canon and register your product. Here's where it gets fucking annoying.
Okay.
And it's not my fault. But so when you register a product, just like anything, you like create an account, you put in the model number, and then you put in the serial number.
Okay.
Right? So apparently the lens and the camera both have their own individual serial numbers.
Okay.
The lens serial number was fine, but when I typed in the serial number for the camera that I have, it says, oh, that's not a real serial number. That's an indicator of something that's not allowed to be sold in the United States. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Come on. I bought it at Best Buy.
Yeah.
And then so I called back and he's like, don't even worry about it. Just use your thing. You put it on the form. It'll be fine. I was like, why? Come on.
This is damn terrorist. Dude.
Yeah, dude. Actually, you know what is bullshit? And I found this out. So, you know how we were always trying to find, when we were shopping for cameras, we had to find one we could use as a webcam
Yeah.
or unlimited video.
Right.
But here's the thing. And it's so funny that you said tariff. And it's not a tariff thing. It's a tax thing.
Okay.
If a camera has unlimited recording capabilities, it cannot be sold as a camera. It's sold as a video camera, and they tax it different when they import and export it. And I was like, that is fucking stupid.
That's weird.
Yeah,
dude.
it's fucking weird. And I never forget who
Maybe that's why there's like limitations on some of these cameras where you can only do like 30 minutes.
Because if they have a recording times of a set amount or unlimited, it's considered a video recorder, not a video camera. It's weird. It's
so weird.
It's dumb, is what it is. But I mean, it's like, but phone. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm like, it technically can't go forever. It's got a memory card, dude.
Speaking of weird stuff, I got you a present today.
Oh God.
Yeah. We the family and I went thrifting, got a bunch of spoons. I'm gonna make a bunch of rings today.
Oh, so this is a Mustaine spoon?
No. But it's close.
Oh.
Dallas actually found this. She goes, I think you want to get this for Drew.
What is that? Oh, hell yeah. This is the stuff that I don't have.
Show the camera.
Oh, yeah. It's the Iraqi Most Wanted playing card. Oh, that is so sweet, dude. I don't even want to open it. Should I open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know you're going to open it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm never going to resell it, so.
Do you want a smaller knife?
No, I got it. Most Wanted knife. This is awesome.
I was like, oh, this is definitely Drew's.
Where did you find this?
At Kathy's thrift store of 520.
The ace of spades himself. Dude.
My daughter's like sent a photo of that to her friend. She goes, oh, we should play war with this deck of cards.
Like, yeah, with chemical weapons. It'd be great. I like how there's like no picture of this guy, but they have his name on there.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's awesome. Dude, it's so great. I was talking to, because I always tell people that I have the Saddam Hussein Russian nesting doll. And by the way, I found the other half to Osama on eBay.
Jesus.
Anyway, but I tell people I have that, and they're like, why do you have that? They think I'm like a supporter of Saddam. I was like, no, dude, I like old war memorabilia.
Right.
And so I took a picture of it, and I just randomly in the middle of the night sent it to one of the guys from the show that we talked to, and he was like, you weren't fucking lying about that. I was like, no. I don't lie about Saddam.
I've gotten Drew a few weird things like that.
Yeah, I got the hat and I got the shirt.
The shirt's cool. The shirt's so sick.
Dude, I love all that stuff. Like, my dad has it. He won't. He says he'll give it to me when he dies. He's got one of those decks of cards that they used to drop over Vietnam. Like the death ace, you know, that whole symbology.
Yeah.
Because they used to drop it from the helicopters to intimidate the Viet Cong or whatever. And I'm like, that's cool memorabilia, man.
Yeah.
Like, I want a trench knife that has blood on it. Come on.
Right, come on.
Send that to my house with the camera. It'd be great.
Bayonet knife.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, your record will be in one day.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those weird things that, I'm like, oh. Well, it's funny because Dallas was like, oh, this seems like something Drew would like. I'm like, yeah.
So it must be ridiculous.
Yeah, this guy. And so I was like, just bring it over. And I'm like, oh, put it in the box. Absolutely. We're getting that. That's so funny.
Well, that's funny. Yeah, so, we're winging it today, which, whatever.
Morning episode, winging it.
Oh, yeah. I got to cut some trees down later. I know my insurance company's like, hey, did you do it yet? I'm like, yeah.
For sure.
Can we have some pictures? Yeah, tomorrow. Like, I actually just set my camera in.
Yeah, just sending photos, and there's like, this tree's not even indigenous to Florida. I don't know.
That's so funny, because,
so
like,
weird.
could you imagine if you were like, because back in the day, you could probably get away with it more. Like,
yeah.
Well, this is before iPhones. Like, I can't take a picture. I have to have a photographer buddy come over. You can't get away with that anymore.
It's like the whole, like, oh, I left my homework on the printer. Like,
oh, yeah.
I'll get it Monday,
I have, like, a problem with printers. I always buy one, and then it works once, and it's fucking stupid because every printer that I buy is cheap.
Yeah.
And it's always cheaper just to throw it away and buy a new printer because the ink is more expensive than the printer.
Yes.
So I'm like, well, that's stupid. I'm just going to throw this away.
There's people that, like, you can like refill the cartridge. You like buy the refillable
Yeah.
ink stuff. But no, I feel that too because like I also have a printer and it has Wi-Fi capability, but I can never connect my phone to it. So I always have to like email it to my computer, and which is whatever. It's just another step. But I'm like, why do you have this thing that I can never fucking connect to? Yeah, but
Did I ever tell you that story that I used to do when I fuck with people at my old job?
Mhm.
Okay, I won't repeat it then.
yeah,
Real quick.
no, you can.
If you have a
what you're
Wi-Fi,
talking
okay, so I used to travel for work, and I stayed in these hotels, like extended stay hotels for a long time. And the thing is like half these guys don't know how to use technology, so they'll connect their printer, but then they'll make it public. So I used to just send pages of black to everybody's printer just to waste their ink.
Jesus, yeah.
And I also would I sent a picture to one of my coworkers, and it was like me in a ski mask, like almost naked. I said, "Want to cuddle?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Who the fuck sent me this?" And I'm like, "Clearly the tattooed guy that you work with." I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Dude, I will fuck with you if you have never have AirDrop.
Secure it. Always secure it.
Never have AirDrop open near me because if you see it, I will send you a picture that's inappropriate."
Yeah, airdrops are crazy, dude. That's just like a crazy thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever. Anyway.
Speaking of Pile of Knives, they just played that show last night.
Oh, yeah.
And I was messaging them. He sent me a video of Kyle.
Was it good?
Like, oh, dude, it looked so
fun as
fucking
shit,
sick.
dude.
Yeah.
Those shirts that they made for like the charity event,
Dude.
bro, I'm working on it. Like, get us a couple extra.
Yeah, dude.
It's badass, bro.
Yeah, the shirts are fucking dope.
Like that old Coney Island style with yeah, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that would have been a cool show. Where was it in? Was it in Jersey or was it in New York?
Jersey, I think.
Jersey,
yeah. Yeah, because Kyle flew up. Yeah.
Our little traveler.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is so cool. Like he just the coolest dude.
My mom just sent me this.
Oh God, Durangos?
Yeah, right. She goes, do you want to go to this? It's at the King Center. A live conversation with Chevy Chase following a screening of Christmas Vacation.
Kind of. I kind of want to go to that.
I kind of want to go to that. Even though, like, I love Chevy Chase, but knowing that he's just a complete fucking asshole.
It was just kind of funny, too. Oh, speaking of assholes, bro, I binged it last night. Season 2, Tires.
Oh, okay.
It is so fucking funny, dude. It is so good.
Is it just as short as the first season?
There's
like,
12 episodes.
But
they're only like 30-minute episodes.
Okay.
It's like standard platform.
Gotcha. Okay. At least there's more episodes, I think. Yeah.
It's funny as shit, dude. It's so good. I binged it. Probably gonna rewatch it later.
They didn't sell out, did they?
No.
Okay.
No. They doubled down. It was good.
I like that.
Vince Vaughn shows up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw like a couple clips and people were like, "Oh, this is what happens when you have money now," or whatever. And because they have a bunch of cameos in their season, so I was like,
Mosh guy's in there.
Is he?
Mosh documentary guy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's tiny role, but it's dude, watch it. It's fucking hilarious.
You know what's weird about him is that I follow him, and then I got excited on TikTok where he followed me back, but then like upon further investigation, because he like messaged me, he's like, "What up? Happy?" It was Easter. He's like, "Happy Easter." I'm like, "Happy Easter, bro. Like, what's going on?" And like we're just talking back and forth. I'm like, about to get excited to tell you guys, and then I was doing deep. I was like, "Wait, I'm following 2 of him."
Oh, was it like a bot or something?
And I'm like, "I wish you were the real one." He goes, "I am. This is my backup." I'm like, "Why would you have a back? You don't have a backup." And I messaged the original Mosh guy, and I'm just like, "Yo, you have somebody like creating another account of yours that's like really like, dude, all of his stuff has like thousands. Like, why does this guy have like 20 likes? You know, like, but it's the same profile photo, same. Like, he's just ripping all the videos and everything. I'm like, why are people doing this?
Okay,
shit?
one they do it for because they can probably get added.
Stanley,
some kind of
Stanley, right?
Yeah, I forgot what band he's in. It's a big band.
I didn't think he was in a band.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the bass player for a band. Justin. Oh no. Anyway, our keyboard is not wireless.
Oh, we can't Google it.
I can't Google it. This is funny.
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
I didn't.
I could have sworn he was in. I'm
that.
pretty sure he was in a band, or I don't know.
I didn't think. I know. Maybe.
Well, it's not okay. So what you said about the backups, it's not uncommon to do that. So a lot of comedians have that because sometimes they'll get their accounts banned or whatever from people reporting them or something like that. So having backups is not an uncommon thing for like bigger celebrities and things like that. But the other part is the scammers, they can milk some of the ad revenue.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why they do that. The whole thing, like, where like a random friend will like all of a sudden like start following me, and it's a girl usually, and like you click on it, like, what the hell? And it's like just a link to porn. And it's like, well, I'm not going to pay for this. Why would you
It's
even?
the exact, like, why do I have two Stanleys? Like, you know, it's the exact same thing.
I don't know.
And so, yeah, so this guy has less than 10,000 followers.
That's funny.
And then the other guy, the real Stanley, has 173,000.
Jesus.
I mean, maybe it is. I don't know, but it just doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Stanley Sievers. Okay, Stanley Sievers. He's in a band. Stanley Steamer, is that his name? Stanley Sievers. Yes, I'm pretty sure he was in a band.
Yeah, he's like, hello, how's it going? He goes, great, man, Easter Sunday. Then he goes, because I'm like, this isn't the real him. And then he goes, how are you doing? I go, I wish this was the real Stanley. He goes, I am. This is a backup account. I was like, no, it's not.
Dead Icons. I knew he was in a band.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You did know.
I thought I had a Dead Icons poster somewhere. Maybe it's in the ether. It's next to our camera. That's fine. Yeah,
In the ether.
anyway, Tires season 2. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I have to watch it.
Bro, I finished it in an afternoon.
It's TV's going to be a little mixed up for me right now because Love Island new season is back up.
God,
So
don't tell my wife. She loves that shit.
it's amazing.
Man, yeah. Other news.
One girl already got pulled within like one episode because I guess like they did some more research and
It was
her
her backup account. It wasn't really her.
Yeah, no, they like literally they're just like, oh, she's not in the Ville anymore, and it's just like Dallas did some research. I guess she said like the N word on a podcast a year ago or something like that.
Justin, look that up.
Can we get the footage on that?
I actually watched a new podcast I'd never watched before. George Jankos. You know who that is? If you saw his face, you'd recognize him. But he had one of my favorite comedians on there, Jeff Dye.
Okay.
You know who that is? He's really funny, but it was a good podcast. And then I watched another one with him and Chris D'Elia. It's pretty good. I don't really watch other podcasts. Like I
don't find myself having time to watch podcasts.
I put it on in the background, like when I'm editing or like doing a flyer or something like that. I'll just put something on for noise. And I was folding laundry and shit. I was like, yeah, cool.
Dallas listens to a lot of podcasts and like audiobooks.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get home and just like the whole house is blaring an audiobook. I'm just like, what is going on in here?
You know, I do, whenever I'm doing tasks, I do tend to stick to commentary, not music.
Yeah.
Heartburn. It's coming up. Marmalades.
I used to, the one podcast that I really used to watch a whole bunch until they just stopped doing it was the It's Always Sunny podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it was like a great thing. Like every episode was them previously watching an episode and in order, and then that episode of the podcast was them talking about the process of that episode.
I gotcha.
And then they just stopped doing it, and it was like, to me, like, I love It's Always Sunny, so it was like, getting a bunch of backstory of like, oh yeah, do you remember that extra actually ended up being this, and like, he was just a friend, and like all this stuff. And but like where they get the ideas from, like some of the stuff is like, there's like this iconic scene with like Dennis's character like eating cereal in a car, and then gets in a car accident, cereal goes everywhere. Like that happened in real life. You know,
really?
Like he was just like eating and like it, you know, so it's just cool. You always think about like, oh my gosh, how do you think about that? And then sometimes it really happens. So it's like,
yeah, I could probably make a small TV show with some of the bullshit that's happened to me.
dude, like Tyler and I will do that sometimes. We like go on these like tangents of like these weird ideas, like more like Tim Robinson style stuff, to where it's just like like it just like goes out. Like it's just like, why is it this far kind of deal?
Yeah.
But then you gotta get like a writing board and like a director.
Yeah, you know, and that's one thing that I was thinking about when I was watching that. Like obviously it's a comedian podcast, so they talk about what it is to be a comedian, and be a stand-up comic is different than being a comedian necessarily, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's funny because I think about that. It's like I you know, we all have a good sense of humor, but it's like, for me, it's got to be in the moment. Like could, just to sit down and like write it out. I don't know if I could do that,
dude. Okay. Switch up. my daughter plays cello, and like she's been crushing it, and school, and like so when she like is going to Avid, it's like the AP like next year she got applied and got accepted. Like 200 out of like 1,000 kids get it.
Good.
So like she like is crushing it. So I'm like, I'm gonna get her a cello, thinking that a cello is just like any other musical instrument and it's easy obtainable. It's not, dude. Like I bought one. My mom she was in Orlando. I was like, hey, I'm talking to this lady in Orlando. Can you get it? And she's like, all right. And I've been talking to this lady. I'm like, my daughter's in middle school. Is this? I know nothing about any of this stuff. Is this like an appropriate size for her? Like, is it like whatever? It was like $300. I was like, okay, that's not
the worst.
It's not bad.
No.
And she's like, yeah, my kids use this in middle school. Like all this stuff. I'm like, dope. Well, my mom picks up. She's like, I think it's too small. I was like, she says it's fine. Like it should be fine. And she's like, okay, dude, it's a quarter size. Like it's literally like it looks like
which changes the instrument.
It's for
because there's a bass and then there's a cello.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think, well, it's a size thing. So if you make a quarter size of this, isn't it not a cello anymore?
No, so it is, but it's for like a 5 to 7 year old kind of deal. So it's like really fucking small and like
so it's a violin.
kind of, dude. Like it's like a giant violin. And so like I give it to like my daughter. I was like, hey, and she's like, oh, this is gorgeous. I'm like, I think it's the wrong size. And my daughter's like a lot like me, to where she's like, she's gonna like slow roll it to you, like kind of deal. So she's like, no, I think this is about the same size. She's like, yeah, this is gorgeous. I'm like, all right. And then like 20 minutes later I get a text. She goes, thinking about it now, I think it's actually is a little too small. I'm like, okay, no worries, I will get rid of this, I'll sell it, whatever. My mom's husband's like big on the eBay. He's like looking up all this stuff. He goes, she needs a full size. I'm like, yeah, that's what I've done some research. She needs a full size 4/4 like cello, all this. I'm learning as I'm going. Everything I do is I go backwards and then I learn from my mistakes. That's my entire process of my entire life, is doing all the stuff wrong and then doing it right. And so he's like, here's a couple options. And I was like, Cora, now that you know you're present, pick which finish you want. And she's like, okay. And it was like $400, and it was a full size.
So it doesn't seem that bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's going to get bad. So
just wait, there's more.
He gets it on eBay. It shows up, dude. He buys it on Sunday and free shipping, and it shows up on Thursday. Like, it's just like,
that's pretty fast.
Insane. And so I open it up and I'm like, this looks not like the photo. It looks crazy cheap, like crazy cheap. But again, I don't know strings. I don't know this kind of like whatever.
That's a weird one, because I feel like, especially with like eBay, there are literal ESP knockoffs for like $200.
Yeah.
And you're like, they can't be that bad, right?
No, and it is. And like I said, the story will get bad. So I give it to Cora and she's like, oh, this is awesome. Nothing's been put together. Like everything's together, but like the bridge isn't on, the strings aren't like whatever.
That's the most important part.
Yeah. And so the book's like, this is how to do it, but we recommend like going to a music store. There's only one music store in Brevard, and it's Atlantic Strings off 192. So
that's right. Yeah.
I give them a call, because music stores, just like a regular music store, won't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I'm like, okay. So
not for a specialty instrument like that.
No. I was like, we're going to make a day out of it. We're going to go down to Melbourne. We're going to hit up a couple shops. We're going to go see Billy at Poor Billy's and go get some coffee at Villain, hit up some shops, eat mustards for lunch. And so we get lunch, and then we go to Atlantic Strings. And as I walk in, I'm like, I am walking in this music store with a literal piece of plastic shit.
Yeah, like some Chinese.
Because you see all these other instruments, and you're like, oh, these are real.
Yeah.
And so I put it on the counter. I go, this is like my wife and my daughter's there with me. I'm like, this is a beginner. What will it take for this thing just to be playable? And the guy looks at the strings and he goes, and I'm just being honest with you, 100%. I'm like, give it to me. Yeah, I know what I got, but I know it's not great. He's like, these strings are more for tension than sound. They're just going to hold everything together. They're not going to sound anything good. How much do you think cello has 4 strings? A set of strings on the low end to the high end go for cello replacement.
Now, I don't know much about the strings, but I do like the bow. Don't they have like a special hair that
they use horsehair.
Yeah, they use horsehair. Shit. I mean, I'm gonna just guess. I'm say $100 for low end.
So it's $60 for low end. And they go up to $300 for a pair of strings. And the guy was like, these are like mid-level strings. They're $140. While he's showing me these strings, there's a professional that brought the instrument into the back, and she's like making a list of all the things that need to be done with it. She comes back and she goes, I spent $300 on this, right? So she comes back with this list. She goes, this neck bridge, it's not even playable. Like, this needs to be removed. This whole section needs to be removed to replace this. The string, without the strings, it was an extra $300 just to make it playable.
Wow.
Not only was there a separation between the front and the back, and there's actually a crack going down. And she's like, that can be repaired. This is how much it is. And then plus the strings. So it's going to cost like almost another $500 plus the $300 that I got on this. And
I'm like, probably just put $1,500 on a good one.
Dude. And she's like, and I'm going to be real with you. It's still not going to sound great.
Well, yeah, and that's the hard part where you gotta, like, I'm
lucky it was through eBay though, because like my mom's husband's like,
return it,
give it to me right now, because it's been within 24 hours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna return it, and then but like the guy was like walking me through different options. He's like, you can rent to own any of these, and so
and that's never cheap.
it's not, dude. It's like an extra $120 a month. So I'm like,
fuck.
So if you're listening to this and you have a 4/4 cello at a reasonable price that my daughter can play through middle school, and maybe someone, because I told her with
3/4, take it or leave it.
Yeah. I told her with everything, I was like, I have no issues funding a hobby of yours if you're gonna be into it.
Yeah.
But with that being said, because she was like into like photography, I gave her my old camera.
Yeah.
I was like, this when I bought it was $500.
Yeah.
It was a nice camera. That was 15 years ago.
Yeah. So now
I was like, if you love this, I will get you a nicer one. Yeah. But I'm not gonna spend $1,000 on you if you're not, if it's just gonna sit and like whatever.
Yeah, and that's how my dad always was like, because for Christmas he'd always get me something nice, like a guitar or something. But for a while he'd always, I asked for something random one time, and he goes, I don't know, I'd rather get you a guitar. He's and the same thing where he's like, I know you like guitar, you play guitar.
Yeah.
You're 13. You've already been in 2 bands, and like you're playing guitar,
right? Yeah.
I think I was like going through a phase where I was trying something out, and he's like, I don't feel comfortable, and I'm glad he didn't. I don't know that I wouldn't have, but yeah. But Autumn's still a little too young to like have like that thing that she's like into. Like she was into dance for a little bit. We put her into dance, and then she was bored. If she wants to rekindle that back up, yeah, we'll do
I think
that.
middle school is at that time
that's where you start
where
figuring
you're
it
trying
out,
to figure out what you want. I wish she was still like, because I told her like last night, I gave her the rundown, like, this is what's up. I still want to reward you. I was like, but like doing this might not be the option in this moment. I'm not saying it's not forever, but like the school offers one, like we can rent one, whatever. But I want you to have one that you can bring home, because the cello is too big. They won't let them bring it home.
I was going to say, when I was in band, most of the kids took their shit home with them, and it wasn't ours; it was the schools.
Yeah,
But I guess I wasn't in that. I was just in band. We didn't have cellos. We had violins and shit, but I wasn't in classical. I was just the only elective I could take because I got expelled from the previous school.
But like a while ago, she was like wanting to get into like bass guitar. I was like, dude, I can get you one of those tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
like, dude, like,
and that's actually better. You could probably get a cheap crap one, but still playable.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to do because, like,
dude, I can get her like a shitty $50
off Amazon or something. Yeah,
that I can like polish up and be like nice. And then like if she liked it, because like I talked to Ben from Spite, and he's like, dude, I have some like nice ones, but like I think they're too advanced for her. Like they got scaled frets, like, it's just like really big. He's like, she needs like a starter one, and I was gonna get her that. And
Ben, you need to clean your bass. I've seen it; it's gross.
Oh, speaking of
rust on it,
I texted Kyle Medina this morning just asking how the show went, and he said, "Dude, absolutely ridiculous. Also, pile of nice. I fucking know those guys from years before. It's the guys in existence. I saw them and went, no way, had no clue till 2 days ago." That's fucking sick.
That's good.
Yeah. So learning. Well, again, if you have a cello.
Well, the thing is, and I understand, like,
no one has
the point
a
is
cello.
like, no, but it's like when I bought that 7-string from Andy, like it was cheap. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on something that I don't know if I'm going to like it or not.
Right.
So I understand the principle, but if it's like, if you can't play it, period, then you're not going to enjoy it no matter what. But that's a hard one, because it seems like even just getting like anybody who's been playing for decades would scoff at it, but it's a beginner thing. It's still expensive,
100%.
So that's, eBay. I love eBay. I do, because I still go there all the time, but I want the garage sale shit, but
I would love to find, because like I'm in customers' houses all the time, and people just give me shit, and not that I expect someone to give me like whatever, but like when I was in a customer's house a couple weeks ago, and they had all this violins and cellos and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. She has pictures of her kids, like all
and
like
dude, down the security code.
She told me, dude, you know what's crazy? She told me she's like it's like I explained like my daughter's in a cello, and she's like, yeah, my daughter, all my kids play some sort of whatever, and my daughter is the only one that stuck with it, my oldest, and she plays for the Orlando Symphony, and she's like, her violin that she plays now costs $22,000.
Oh yeah, easily.
And I was like, wow. That's like, oh my God.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that I've always.
There's a whole new world. I had no idea that it existed. It's crazy.
Now we've talked about this before, but it's like I have never spent a lot of money on a guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I think the most money I've ever spent on a guitar was like $1,000.
Yeah.
Which is not cheap, but it's not. I mean, that's literally just getting into mid-tier, and I played $400 or $500 guitars my whole life, and I never knew a difference. And I've also played $5,000 guitar, and I'm like, I don't really see it. And now the only
a lot of times especially with guitars, you can like change out the pickups, and like you can do things.
The craftsmanship is better. Like they spend more time on the frets and do things like that and whatnot. But it's like, I don't know. But the difference though with the violin, I can understand because it's better quality wood. It's a resonance thing. Like I can understand that, but still 22,000 seems a lot. But I guess if you're hand making something, like all these guitars are just all CNC,
Yeah.
Like it's not like somebody painstakingly, they exist, but those are also $22,000.
Yeah, the guy broke it down pretty nice for me because I'm a very simple-minded person. I go, I'm just going to ask you this. What makes these middle of the line strings, there's 4 strings, $150? And he goes, because I'm like, I'm used to like buying a package of like guitar strings, $20-$30 maybe, like whatever. And he's just like, okay. He goes, guitar strings are made to just break and like be replaced.
I get that.
These are made to like resonate like 6-8 months, like if you take care of it, maybe even longer. I go, okay. I get it. He's like, it's a completely different thing.
Oh yeah, it's a totally different world, dude.
He's like, the way that they're like made, they're lined, like he's like, it's just a completely different thing. I was like, okay, I get it.
I know,
but I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Because like again, it's the only store in Brevard.
Yeah,
so it's like,
that's actually funny because I remember in Merritt Island, I forgot the name of the store. It was okay. So where you go right over the bridge after Cocoa Village, and like there's that really horrible hotel,
the Aladdin.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I deliver pizzas there all the time. I was like, you need a gun, not pizza. Yeah. Just end it here, buddy. And across the street was an old music store, and I forget what it was called. Somebody from Merritt Island, please remind me. But it was again one of those only places where like, all the Merritt Island marching band would take. Yeah. And he had like junk in there, like guitars and stuff too. And that guy was kind of a prick though. He sucked.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I can't think of it. There's a guy in Merritt Island that does custom guitars, but I don't think you could take a violin to him. But
no,
yeah, that's definitely like a very niche specialty.
Because there's a new music store in Rockledge, off of Morel.
What?
Yeah, it just opened up like right next to Tropical Smoothie.
Is that okay? So
it's open.
Is it a
called
store?
Them. Yeah, I called them.
Oh, so I thought it was like one of those places where you could like rent time to like sing. Like it was mostly for lessons. I didn't know it was an actual store.
No, because I called them and they're like, yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, we only do like guitars and like that's a whole nother. He's like, you need to call like Atlantic Strings or someplace in Orlando. And
dude, it just man, music stores are sucky now, and that's not their fault. It's the industry's so different.
7273000.
Justin, look that up. Oh God, he's like not even playing on key. Like he's like not,
music. The amount of hours I spend in American music is crazy.
Yeah. I know there's a couple of guitar stores down in Melbourne, but it's like nowadays, it's like every time I go to a guitar store, they have nothing. Like even something simple. Like I was looking for a strap and like
but you're right. You need to go into like a pawn shop that they don't like. They do like mostly like guns and knives and jewelry, so they just have like guitars on the wall that they don't
It's a
really,
one-stop shop.
they
man.
don't really care. You know,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, you
Well,
know.
they do, like, they'll always be like, they'll look it up on eBay to see what they're going for, you know, or the used market, see what's going on, like, you know.
But you know they got that in a trade-in for something else, so they have no money in it, so they're like, yeah, just take it.
Yeah, some guy from the Aladdin said he's killing himself. He brought this in. Yeah, I don't know.
He needed this for stones.
Yeah, it's so funny because like even like the resale value on shit nowadays is like it's ridiculous. I don't know. Like I couldn't imagine.
But that was another thing too. He's like, the lady was like, when she evaluated the turd I brought into her, she goes, if you were trying to resell this marketplace or through Reverb or whatever, she's like, you won't get anything. You will never get money back on this. She goes, anything on that wall, she goes, that will hold its value for 50 years, like easily.
No,
and
and I totally agree with that. I think that's very accurate.
I'm like, okay. Once again, it's a whole new world that I told my daughter, I go, I'm sorry that your dad's brain works like this, to where I go, I want to get you something and I get it for you and it's not the right thing. I've done that. Like,
well, technically it was the right thing. You just, you don't, it's like, holy shit. I don't know. Because it would have blown me away. I probably would have gone into it like thinking about it like a guitar. Like, well, it's low end, it's fine. You just gotta fix a couple things here or there, you know.
She's like, this is definitely a starter thing, but she'll outgrow it in 2 months. I go,
does it even look good? Like
no.
And you know it's cheap, but like,
I'll show you.
Like, if you could hang it in your house, but
it doesn't look like it doesn't look like what you know. What one of the guys says, he goes, "This is one of those things I see buddies do, where they take out camping with them." I'm like, oh. It's just shit.
To start the fire.
You said it
to start the fire.
Like you could like.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not real.
That's not the same photo.
But her face is great.
That's her face
That's
to it.
so
Yeah,
funny.
she's like, okay, whatever.
This thing sucks.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that. And she's we'll get into the music soon. She's doing Planet Fitness does this thing for the summer for kids.
Pizza.
Huh?
Pizza.
No, Planet Fitness.
Yeah, pizza.
I guess they do have pizza there.
They give out free pizza when you're on the treadmill. It's
which is a weird thing.
It's off-putting. It's a circular door.
Dallas made that thing.
It's a circular door.
But yeah, I guess kids can go there free during the summer.
Oh, good.
So her and her friends, they went yesterday. They were there for 2 hours.
Eating pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know. Planet Fitness is garbage.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's a hellhole. So, I always.
I don't feel bad. Well, I was like, obviously, don't be disrespectful. They have all these rules. You can only grow in groups of 2.
The lunk alarm.
Yeah.
I love that there's a episode, World's Strongest Men go into Planet Fitness, see how long it takes them to get kicked out. It was like 8 minutes.
Yeah, dude. I went in there. When I first moved to Rockledge, me and my sister in Dallas went, and after a couple months, I'm just like, man, I don't want to be here anymore.
Have you stopped paying? Or they still take it out every month?
Oh, dude.
Like me, because
my card gets canceled once a year for some fraud bullshit.
They don't go through your card. They go through your bank account.
Oh, no, I don't pay anymore.
Oh God. I've been trying to cancel mine for years, but they won't let me. Because the way that they do it, it's actually very smart. I mean, it's dickhead, but so what they do is they make you sign up through your bank account, so you can't just, like you said, stop paying on your card, but you have to cancel it. But the only way you can cancel it is if you go to the branch you signed up in. Now, mind you, I signed up for it years and years ago when I was in Cincinnati working. That branch is not only in Cincinnati, but also no longer exists. And I call corporate, and they just literally pass me around until like I just hang up the phone.
Yeah,
and it's like it's such like a small. It's the whole subscribe thing where it's just small enough amount to not really bug you.
It's like $5 a month.
Yeah, no, I think mine was like 15 or something because it's like I could go to any one.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's so small and like I don't even notice it. Like, oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
But it's like you dickheads, you guys.
I always know when my card's about to get canceled is when I get like a random charge for like 99 cents for some Apple something or another. And I go, I don't have an Apple phone, so I'm like, and then like I get like a text like a month later for fraud. I'm just like, God damn it. And I got to figure out what card was attached to all this bullshit.
I've only had, I mean, I'm sure I've had those a couple of times in my life, but I've only had, it was fairly recent where and it's fucked up and it's stupid, but if you like, whenever you purchase something on Amazon, it's never the same like thing. It's like one time it'll say Amazon Marketplace. Then the next time you order, it'll be like AMZN-MK Place. So I got a random charge for $90, and I was like, I didn't buy anything for $90, but I called Amazon, and they said, oh, no, you're right, and I called them back. It was taken care of, but I was just like, why are there so many different codes?
Yeah.
Why does the serial number on my fucking camera that I bought in America, why is it not valid in America? What the hell? Just get it together.
I wonder if it's because we switched the lenses.
No,
No.
the lens was fine. Like, the lens was fine. Like, it was like, oh, yeah, that's American. That's fine. That's good. And I was like, well, I don't know, man. It's just fucking stupid. Anyway, what do you think? You want to get us some music?
Yeah.
If I can
People
squint.
have heard us talk long enough.
Hey, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I don't care.
All right.
Let's give it. I don't give a fuck. My first band is Trap Inside, and the song is called Slave or Dead.
All right. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome.
Sweet.
That's awesome. I want that thing to live in my backyard. No, I'm serious. I want that thing to live in my backyard. Throw shit at my neighbors. That's never put an eye out. Cool pace. They kind of started a little slow, but it's grooving.
I like the style of vocals with this.
It's good, yeah.
Those are cool chords.
Little dissonant.
Yeah.
It's almost funny because it's like. Oh, I like that. It's the same pace as a triplet, but it's not a triplet. Yeah, it's cool. I like that. I love this crossover shit. It's so good.
So good. Cool little switch up.
I want to see them do that live. That kick is
So fast.
this is awesome. And that's when that thing comes out. Just start slicing you to death. Oh, that was so. Come on. Give me. That's how you tease me with it.
What, solo?
Oh, yeah. Justin, hand me a pen. Hey, where's my solo gun? I need to straighten up. Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, they teased me though because they had that little breakdown thing build up, and
Yeah.
they went to the. It was heavy, but I was like, oh, I love those kind of patterns, you know.
Yeah, Trapped Inside.
Oh, why is Snow White crying? I don't-
Hey, did we talk about the show? The Cocoa Beach Beatdown?
No, we did not.
We didn't talk about the
Justin,
show.
come on.
God, Justin.
We did have like a cardboard cutout. Oh, I'm working on Mountain Dew Man for you.
I saw him the other day.
Yeah, the angry chick that works at night. I'm like friends with her. You know, she likes me, and I was like, hey, when can I get Mountain Dew Man? She's like, I'll do my best to like not throw it out for you. I was like, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Let me just have it right.
Here's my address. Drop it off on my house. It's right down the street. Yeah.
Shit, we didn't talk about the show because
We haven't recorded.
God damn, you're right. No, it was great. I thought it was fun.
It was so much fun. It went way better than I thought. I thought, well, the first band, I'm like, okay, this is just getting shut down instantly. Well, first of all, we walk in. It is a restaurant. Like, it is a Cocoa Beach. If you're not from Florida, touristy restaurant.
There's buoys on the wall.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just your. It used to be a Durango's.
I had to pull that clip up.
Dude, that was the best. It was such a fun night. It was the vibes were on, but it was weird. We walked in. There's still like one table, like a family of four in the middle of where
there was a lot
was.
of tables, dude.
But like where the they were like, what is going on? And
it was weird, but it was cool. I mean, I thought it went over pretty well. Got a little aggro, a couple spots, but whatever, it was fine.
It all got handled, and all the bands were really cool. It was really cool hanging out with like Convicted to Die, Defiled, and all those guys. And I know you were talking with a bunch of the Convicted guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was talking to Austin from Bang Out for a while too, and his dad was there too.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
I love those Bang Out guys so much. I can't wait for them to play our show. And it was a good time. It went way smoother than I thought. Justin isn't here right now, but he had a great time.
Yeah,
like he had a good time.
It was good. I got that video of like you're standing by the edge of the pit, and there was that one dude that was like really smelly.
Dude, that dude had golly. He's like, what the fuck? Dude was stanky.
I'm gonna put the sound clip of Durango's when we get back when I edit it. What the fuck is up, Durango's?
Dude, that was the coolest, funniest fucking
what
thing.
was so funny, because I know when I find a stupid joke like that, I'll burn it out. But people
100%
started burning it out. Like, there would be between songs, like between sets and shit, somebody would scream, fucking Durango's.
That was me.
And Kyle was doing it too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I go up to somebody like, this used to be a Durango.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't know what that is. It's like, oh, you're missing out.
Yeah. I love doing that kind of shit. I love going to like a big show, like not even a show, a concert, like Taking Back Sunday or something like that, to where like as they're playing, I'm like, it's Taking Back Sunday. Like, did you know?
No, I think my favorite one that you used to do, and you did it a lot at FYA when we went. It was look at this picture of the moon I took.
Oh yeah.
And it's just the picture of the moon. You're just like, look at this picture of the moon.
Yeah, we'll be in a conversation with a completely random person. I'm like, oh, dude, have you seen this? And there's a picture of a moon.
That's
like,
so fucking funny, dude.
I have a picture of me like laying in bed naked, and it's just my butt. And every now and then I'll just be like, dude, I like at like all the other plumbing techs and be like, dude, did you see what I saw the other day? And it'd just be like, stop showing the photo of your butt.
It's funny because Corey has a bunch of those photos of me,
Yeah.
and then he'll just randomly send me them in the middle of the night. Like, here you go. Here's you naked, covered in guns. I'm like, oh, cool.
That's your contact photo when you call me.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, look at this picture of the moon I took.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were outside because we couldn't go back in or something. And
I think I just got this phone, and it like the zoom is crazy. And I was like, oh, look at the photo of this moon, dude. Yeah, that was the ongoing joke of the weekend.
that was so funny.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's so funny.
My GERD is acting up. But yeah, the show was great. I hope there's going to be more shows. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of error with the promoter. That got handled as well. People in Australia were sharing that post.
I shared that post multiple times.
Yeah,
because that's not
cool,
tight
bro.
at all.
And that's what stresses me out sometimes, is not that we would do that, you know what I mean? But it's kind of a scary game, like, because, you know, we're getting ready to be, you know, putting on our own thing, you know, with help, you know, with another promoter. But it's like, the first thing that I worry about is like, I don't want the bands to not get paid.
100%.
You know, like, I don't care if I make money. Like, if I make $5, cool, whatever.
Dope.
You know, whatever. But it's like the last thing I would ever want is to owe.
Yeah.
Because I don't want them to, and I would never put anybody else first. You know what I mean? Other than the bands.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's like, not that, I mean, I know Ashley does a great job, and we're not like that. So it's fine. But to do what those guys did was like, that's
not cool.
not cool.
Not cool at all.
Not cool, bro.
And then to act like you're cool the entire time, and then being absolutely rude to the bands that are, as they're playing, like cutting their set short. And
yeah, what the fuck,
dude,
man?
I was like, what's going on? I hear all this like, give me the tea. I want the tea. And then I was like, oh, this is dumb, dude.
Yeah, but
thank God for John, because I feel like if it wasn't for John, like from Defiled, I don't think it doesn't seem like nothing would have really got done, because there was no communication or like organization.
Yeah.
He's the one that did like 99% of all that anyway. So like,
yeah, I don't know. And that's so weird. It's like,
and then to get what like they paid, like what they paid them, dude, everything was gross. And
but also, how did that cost you money? Like, I don't understand that.
Dude,
it costs the band's money to put gas in their shit, come here, play. You have the venue, and I'm sure the venue is getting some sort of cut.
Yeah.
And I understand that part. But it's like, how did this cost you money?
Dude, Bang Out drove, what, 3 hours or whatever?
Yeah, they're from, like, Tampa or, like
Yeah.
way West Coast. But the thing is, like, we're doing this thing, and obviously we have a good connection with Rob and the Abra and all that stuff. And,
Everything's on the up for sure.
right,
yeah.
but it's just like, I'm like, we couldn't afford it if it cost us money.
Right.
So it's like, what did it cost? What cost money
Yeah.
to do this?
Because you got...
Did you have to buy the table that you took the money on? Like, wait. That's
Yeah.
stupid. That drove me nuts.
And then now knowing all that, and then that stupid piece of paper she made us read before like buying a ticket.
I cannot wait to make a clip of this. And this was going to be the next viral one. I know.
Dude. It is. It's such a fucking corny thing. I'm like, what is this, dude?
She goes, "Did you read the paper?" And I said, "No," but I walked away. Like, no, I did not walk away. I was like, I did not read that.
As I'm reading and I'm like questioning, I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
Like my safety. It's like, I'm 300 pounds. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
You know, and fuck.
What a dork, dude. Like, fuck that noise.
Fucking
Blockhead, dude. Like,
blockhead. Fucking. Dude, I called Coda a dipshit last night.
Oh,
we
damn.
gotta use dipshit again.
Dipshit, yeah.
Dipshit. I like dipshit. I like dumbass is always good.
dumbass.
Some of them I say I can't say on the air, but because people's feelings.
Things that Keith wants you to say in the air.
He sent me a message later that night. He's like, "You didn't say it, dude." I was like, "Shut up, Keith."
I'm gonna unfollow you, dude.
That's so funny. Just because I'm gonna let's get another song in because I feel like the talking energy is good today, but I don't want to ignore the music. Okay. So I'm gonna preface this. I don't think the band submitted this one, but I think the guy that filmed the video, that made the music video, we did another band that he had filmed before, and I think he sent this as a oh, here's some of my work, and also the band's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The band is awesome. They have they've got like a heavy, like mid 90s, like almost like a new metal, like heavy, like a Soulfly.
Okay.
But like they got it's got the elements of hardcore and everything in it, but it's just really cool. And this is Fear Illusion, and the song is called Fear.
Hell yeah.
Wait, did I say that right? Yeah.
Make it bigger.
I'm trying. I can't see it. See what I mean? It's got like that bounce, like the old like new metal bounce.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So you want to put it?
Shut the fuck up! Woo! Oh, dude. This shit is heavy as fuck. It's just old Soulfly to me. I love it. That drummer is killing it. It's so fun, dude.
This is sick.
It's awesome. And they got like a lot of cool, like little offbeat timings too. That's like really adding a layer to it to me. That's a very confident drummer. Fucking murdering it, just like, nah, no big deal.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he really is just snapping out.
Yeah,
really good, yeah.
It's like Gene Hogan.
He looks bored. Yeah. I used to have that necklace in middle school.
We all had that necklace in middle school.
It's back, baby.
Had the bike chain on. Uncomfortable and shit.
Yeah. Fucking pinches you and stuff.
God damn.
Is he left-handed? Looks like a left-handed, what do you think?
He might be.
Setup, yeah.
Yeah, he might be. This song is fun, dude.
Yeah, it's just sick.
It's yeah.
They look young as shit too. He's got the same kind of style Darius on vocals.
Oh yeah.
That presence.
That's Fear Factory if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, that's it.
That person slammy slam slam.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. Get a lot of Whitechapel Spice vibes.
I'm kind of getting like an old Lamb of God vibe too.
I think that's our generation difference too. I think you think 6-string?
I think so.
Yeah.
That drummer is killing it though.
Definitely left-handed.
Oh, it's awesome.
Directed by
The homie.
oh homie. Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he.
Fear Listen. That was sick, dude.
Yeah, dude. It just had a lot of like, I heard a lot of Fear Factory. I heard Soulfly. Those are like my old time loves, back in the day. But it still has like the edge. But I heard a little bit of Lamb of God, like he's, stuff like that in there. It's great, and they were doing cool little backbeats and stuff, like beats that aren't necessarily different on guitar, but if the drummer is like hitting the offbeat, I don't know, it was really cool.
The drummer almost seemed more like classically trained, right? There's like almost like ghosty stuff going
classically
on.
Badass.
Yeah, classically. And plus, if he is left-handed, he's just better than all of us because his brain works different.
I think he is left-handed. I think you're right. I saw the hi-hat on the other side.
I think I'm left, dude.
I've seen like sometimes drummers will have like multiple hi-hats. Like they'll have one that's
what I thought was going on.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him like hit the snare, I was like, oh.
Well, his china was on this side of him, so usually that's an indicator of like, but yeah.
That's sick.
Maybe he's ambidextrous.
Maybe he's amphibious.
He's land or sea.
That was like one of the only smartest things I said that Dallas didn't know was a word, amphibious.
Yeah.
We're driving back from Georgia, and my sister's like, that car looks like it could go in the water. I'm like, yeah, it's amphibious. And Dallas is like, that's just not a word. I'm like, that is a word.
You're a festesian.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's get into some more music, dude.
Yes, do it.
This band's Trapped, but not like...
Headstrong! Sorry, as soon as you said that, I knew that wasn't it, but, I just had to...
You got it. You got it.
Oh, God.
No?
Oh, hold on. Let me exit these. No.
It's Death Proofs. Yeah,
there it is.
There it is.
I remember this logo. I was like, we didn't make one like that.
I love that. That fucking like just that old lightning. Dude, fucking
ride it.
This gives me like that tone right there. It's instant like 80s like ballad guitar.
It sounds like the lightning.
Like that's
harmonic.
Sounds like Poison or something.
Yeah, but you're poisoned. Amphibious poison.
So late 80s, dude. I love this tone.
This is awesome. I like this.
Yeah, this is sick.
It's got kind of like a... Fuck.
I'm just getting 80s.
No, yeah, I hear you.
Obviously not the vocals.
I get what you're saying with like Keepers of the Gate era.
Yeah.
You know?
Keepers of the Gate.
Yeah, that's the album.
We're Keepers of the Gate.
Wait, Keepers of the Fate. Sorry. Damn it. Well, when you do copyright infringement so much, you know.
I don't know what's real anymore.
Fuck that up.
That was so funny.
That is like
So traditional.
a fucking 90s era of the heavy. They definitely quad tracked.
Sick.
Sounds like they did anyway. It's huge.
Yeah.
Keepers of the Faith.
Yeah, keep it.
Wow, I really fucked that up. Anyway, that band's awesome.
Yes.
I probably wrote where they were from on my handy dandy spreadsheet. Oh, I might have an extra laptop for us too. I don't know why we'd ever need it. Just in case it decides to break too. Let me see. Indonesia.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's sick.
No, I'm sorry, that was Trap Inside. Wait, that's what we just played, right?
No, we played Trapped.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, Trapped Inside was from Indonesia?
Yeah. You know what's funny is I actually have been recognizing a lot of the artwork coming out of Indonesia.
Okay.
And I was like, that looks like some of the artwork from some of the other bands we played. And I know there's a couple of guys that really do a lot of like the logo work out there too.
Okay.
I don't think I have this one on here. Well, wonder where it came from. I don't know. Somebody will tell us in the comments.
Tell us.
Justin, look that up.
Justin?
Hey, Jamie, look that up. Anyway, that band's awesome. I love that just that guitar tone is fucking huge, but just a I mean, that's just a fucking
yeah.
a lot of sweaty 250 pounders in there. Anyway, so yeah, well, we did. Okay, is there anything we're missing? We've talked about.
I know, right? It's been a while.
It's been a minute.
I know I said on the live, but thanks, Dennis, for the shirt. He gave it to me for my birthday. I wish I could have been to it, but
it's not saved because I think it was on the first half of that live stream. But I want Dennis to send us the ugliest photo that he has of him.
Yeah.
Like the worst one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Employee of the Month.
yeah. Yeah.
That'd be so funny.
It'll just say Employee of the Month, January through December.
Yeah, and then we'll have Wayne next to him.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yes.
But it'll look like the Hall of Astronauts, but
Honestly, we should do that for our top listeners. Like just like photos of them.
and we'll have one for Jenny that just says, "Have you seen me?"
Yeah.
She's missing in action.
Her photos in black and white, and it's just like grainy. Like where have you been? Jen?
That's a good topic. I mean, I try to think about our top listeners. I mean, obviously, most of them are like our personal friends too. Like I know Steven listens to the shit out of it.
Yeah.
My buddy Steven he listens sometimes. I know Ken listens.
Keith obviously is a big supporter.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, Ken will ask me. I think he asked me the other day. He was like, it was like 5 a.m, and of course I'm awake. And he's like, "Hey, I'm hitting the gym today. I need some. Give me some beatdown stuff." All right, and I just listed some of the bands from the show that we did recently, and I was like, "Yeah, there you go." He's like, "Oh, cool."
Kev, he comments swag on all of our YouTube videos.
Is that who's doing that?
Yeah,
I've seen that. I see that on all the videos.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I ran into him, I think, at the Madball show. I think he told me that, or maybe some other time, and he's like, "Yeah, that's me." I'm like, "Okay."
I thought it was Dennis for some reason.
Well, his thing is Little Bill, and I'm like, this guy, yeah. And so I'm like,
that's what that says. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember I used to have a screen name when I had AIM. It was a capital I, lowercase L, capital I, lowercase LL, but it just looked like barcode. It's like, who the fuck's messaging me right now?
Right?
Yeah. And I always like associated that with it, but it's little. No, that's Little Bill. I get that.
yeah, my Steam account screen name is Squirting Bert, and Tyler's is Squirting Ernie.
It's so funny. I came up with a really stupid name the other day. I wonder if I wrote it down. Meet Heavy Milano. That's one.
Wait, we remember that?
Princess Durango.
You remember that show Binya Island or whatever?
Gullah Gullah Island.
Gullah Gullah Island. He made
Yeah.
up Binya.
It was Pinga Pollywog or whatever.
And then, I said something, and now it's our new chat room thing for this thing, but it's Binya Enya.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, this.
Justice was Beaver Hole 69 for a while.
Yeah. Mine was Steven had one that was called Deuce Juice, which I always thought was good.
Justin's was under yo covers.
It's so fucking weird.
Justin, why'd you do that?
Justin. You're so good.
Oh, you weirdo, you freak.
What if I like AI him? Oh, I could do that. We could AI him in there.
AAIM.
Oh, that's a good one. Alcoholics Anonymous Intelligence. That's funny.
Alcohol.
Yeah, we were talking about video games the other day on the a little bit. Again, I'm not much of a gamer. I know you guys play. Like I play some shit sometimes, but I have been obsessed with, like, I guess it's a nostalgia thing. I'm going back. I'm playing all the old Grand Theft Autos, 3, San Andreas. Like, I just not really playing the missions, just driving around. You know, I was like, yeah, I remember this. This is cool. I am so stoked for 6 to come out, though.
Yeah, when it comes out, yeah.
Well, what sucks is this is not going to come out for another year for PC and till after its release, which is fucking stupid.
Well, you got a PC.
Yeah, but it's not. But when it releases, I have to wait another year.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's like forcing me to buy a PlayStation.
yeah,
I'm not doing that. They're still expensive as shit.
yeah. I've been playing a bunch of Dead Zone lately.
Yeah,
It's got a grasp on me.
yeah.
We've been playing this new game just came out called Vane. It's like a survival game.
Mhm.
It's like post-apocalyptic zombie thing to where you get like spawned and then like you have to, you got to eat food, you got to drink, you got to like not get hurt. You can find scavenge for like bandages and like you can like hotwire cars and like set up a base and fortress and like zombies are trying to kill you. So you like stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
They're making a 28 years later. It's coming
Yeah, I
out soon.
saw that.
I like the original, the 28 days later. Like that apocalyptic zombie, whatever. I never saw the 28 weeks later.
I think it's a hard one to find, right? That's one of the there's a list of movies that's like really hard to find. I think that's one.
Well,
and
why? Why are they hard to find?
because the people like Dogma is one that's gonna recently it's gonna be like re-released because what's his name?
Kevin Smith?
Kevin Smith just bought the rights back to his own movie because somebody else, like I forget what company, it got so much hate throughout like the religious community. And so they just stopped.
Unless we bought a DVD or something.
So when I go thrifting, that's like one of the ones I try to find on the shelves. But now you can buy them like on eBay for like $50, but like I want to find one in the wild. But I think they're going to re-release it.
That has to be what happened with Airheads, because you go to Amazon, you can't even rent it.
Yeah,
You can't find it anywhere.
I'm trying to think of what would have been about that movie to where.
I don't know, because it's not a bad movie. Like there's nothing controversial in it. I mean,
That'd be some sort of right thing.
That's what I was saying. Like, if somebody doesn't own the rights to it or some bullshit, maybe they don't want to stream it. I don't know, because it can't be a gun thing because John Wick, so I don't know.
John Wick, dude.
There's another one. My dad's seen that movie today.
Yeah.
I'm done. I can't. Like, the original was great. The second one, I was like, all right, I like it.
I don't think I've seen the third one.
It's just too much, man. Once they started getting like the gold coins and like the.
But we talked about this. That was in the first one.
I know, but it wasn't like. When they started doing like the whole like society thing, and then fucking Morpheus is up there with the pigeons, like I don't know.
Oh, I like that one.
I know, that's fine.
I think that was two.
I just like the revenge shit.
Yeah,
like that whole premise was I don't know. I mean,
the first one is
king,
top.
dude. I mean, it's
yeah.
I don't know, but yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I do want to watch Airheads.
The Boogeyman. Yeah,
the Baba Yaga.
Dude, that whole scene is so fucking sick. Honestly,
what's that?
Every scene in that movie is just
good.
Fucking badass. Mine has band.
It's my turn.
No, it's not.
You just played Trapped.
You're right.
See, I'm producing. Where's all the tabs? What the fuck is going on?
Scroll it down.
There we go. This is ridiculous.
You can't see him now. Can you see him up there barely?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see it right here. I've already done that one, right? Yeah. Let me exit that. Production. Ooh. I'll save that one for last. I've been wanting to play this one for a while. So kind of keep it in that same vein of like tight drums, tight guitars, fucking heaviness. this band's called Provenance, and the song is called Soul Vacuum. Justin would have really liked this. Justin, you are gonna like this. Go ahead and play it.
He doesn't listen to this. It's like old Mirror kind of.
Yeah, I get that.
At least that tone. Right?
Yeah. Cool guitar chords too. I love that shit, man. Whoa.
Ooh, that's a cool.
It's heavy, dude. That's awesome. Waiting patience die. Oh, Solar. Cool. That's a 3-step. 2 kicking and 1 in your face.
Sick. Good tone, good bass tone. Yeah.
It's a really cool tie-in with the first riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to play one of those Solar guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those fucking boppy fucking breakdowns. I love a clean pause, man. Don't you love hearing a song where, like, I know 5 people right now I could send this to that would just be like, this is fucking tight.
And you know what's crazy?
That was gonna be a fake out.
They tease you too, because like the riffs that they were using in the beginning, those little underlayers, I was like, those are fucking cool, and they don't really like flood you with it. And I was like, I want you to. But,
What? Providence?
yeah, Providence.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, Soul Vacuum. And,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's been a minute. We're finally getting around to it, but yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, that was cool. Like,
That's George Jenko.
I like the difference in tones. Like, you're right, they did like a callback. Like, I love it when a band is like heavy, right, but doesn't have to be heavy from A to B. Like,
Yeah.
obviously the whole song is fucking heavy, but
it's
like
dynamic. I mean, in the beginning,
I love the structure,
They
yeah.
teased you with like the fast, like, you know, and I have to go back and listen to some of their other stuff. I'm sure they have other, you know, songs that are, you know.
I'm sure they have songs.
Yeah, you're a band, right? You do the things with the strings. These strings will last you 8 years if you buy them. What kind of racket is that shit? And you know, that's another thing. Hold on, I'm going to bitch about this for a minute.
Bitch about it. Let's
So-
hear about it. What grinds your gears?
Okay, so I work for, I literally am a lab technician, basically. I'm an operator, I'm a lab technician, I run tests, you know, we use lab gear. Whatever racket these fucking companies have on just the industry in general is fucking bullshit. So we have timers at work.
Bullshit.
Okay, bullshit.
Bullshit.
We have timers at work.
Okay.
It broke. And I'm like, okay, I'll just ask Miss Rose to order us some timers from Amazon or something. You know, they're just they're timers. Okay. They don't do anything but just count.
Like egg timers or
Yeah, just like an egg timer. You can set it to hours, minutes, seconds. Cool.
Gotcha.
We have to order specifically from this scientific company. Like, why? That's fucking stupid, and you know that's bullshit.
I get it in the sense to where like everything has to be traced, right? If you just buy like a
Yeah, you can trace it on Amazon.
third market, but they're not going to hold like accountability if something goes wrong because of that timer, right?
You could buy the same timer on Amazon.
Oh no, I know, I get it.
Yeah, but the
like I
thing
feel
is-
like
but what's bullshit is I can get a pack of 10 timers for for $8.
Bullshit.
But that one timer is $14, $15, $16. Like,
Yeah.
this is dumb. This is the bracket. There's no way that's counting time faster or better than that. It's
It's
stupid.
all about the batteries, man.
Fuck the battery. I have a fucking timer right here.
It's just a tax write-off for them, right? Is this a nothing thing?
I don't know, but here's the thing. Everybody knows that Amazon and online shit has killed the market. I mean, dude, when was remember that time we went to Office Depot?
Yeah.
Because we had to buy for this thing?
Yeah.
Remember we were walking, I was like, why the fuck is this so expensive? I was like, no, we're not paying that much money.
Yeah.
And we looked on Amazon, and then we went back and returned it the next day.
Yeah.
When it came in off Amazon.
We did.
Yeah, because it's stupid. So we have all these all these accounts, like all these different industries and businesses. They have like, oh well, we can't just order that on Amazon because we have an account with Office Depot. It's like, so you're paying $9 more per unit just because you have that's fucking dumb.
It sucks.
We need to get
because
Doge in here.
as like the whole consumerism thing, but at the same time, like the economy is just not great. So like, I'm not going to spend. I'm going to get the cheaper option if it's the same product, right? You know, so like,
but the thing is, it's like this. It's I call it the Target Publix argument. The same box of fucking Cheez-Its is like $1 more.
yeah,
Why?
yeah,
It's dumb.
yep.
I mean, I get it. You have a MSRP and you don't have to abide by that. That's your thing. You can retail it whatever you want. You bought it. But it's like,
Dude, we're Aldi thrifty people.
dude, but I go to Aldi all the time. Like,
I love Aldi.
Yeah. And I like Publix too because they have the BOGO shit
They're
sometimes.
so expensive,
But it's so fun. But for what? It's the same shit.
dude. It's $50 a bag, no matter what you get.
Yeah.
If it fits in that bag, it's $50.
And it's just dumb because it's like, okay, so you know those special pens that I get, those zebra pens?
Yeah.
Like, it's not required at work, but like we just use those, you know? And I like the pens. They're good pens. 2 of them at Office Depot is like $11. $6 at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why? But it's just so dumb. It's like, I could just go on Amazon. Why do we have to? No, can't. Gotta order Office Depot. Fuck you. That's stupid.
We got to keep these businesses open because they're just going to turn into storage unit.
Oh
places.
wow! You know what? If I woke up and I was like, oh no, Office Depot doesn't open till 10. I'm going to Walmart
Yep.
to get the same item.
Yep.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not like if it was like Uncle Dave's pen
I'll drive an
shop.
extra 20 minutes to save $5.
Like if it was Uncle Ben's, pen shop. Like he sells rice too. But like, what am I gonna do? I'm not.
And he also dies.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah. I love supporting local.
too.
I will spend extra money on a local coffee
I will do
shop
that too.
or anything like that. But when it
don't
comes to
mind.
something to where everyone sells, I'm gonna buy the cheaper option.
Yeah.
It's nothing like
Yeah, and that's just my point. It's like, dude, it's a fucking timer.
Yeah.
Just
just use your phone, dude.
It's not specific.
Yeah.
And then, I don't fucking know, man. And then I try to teach somebody at work that there's a Navy master clock, and they don't know what that is. I was like, it's literally where we get time from. Like, they make the time.
You know what has timers? Evora Watch Company.
If you want to sponsor us,
I tried. I reached out to them.
I know.
They actually responded though. And they were very nice, and they said they're going to
No.
keep us. Huh?
They said no.
They said no, but they were very nice about it.
That's good.
Heavies won't even respond to me. I'm going to reach out to them again.
Yeah.
They won't respond to me.
Send them a picture of my belly.
You want to see something heavy?
When she's something heavy.
Check out this ball sack.
It's a little longer now. Summertime.
Sometimes.
It's hot outside. I was fucking it.
It's so funny. We were walking around and like the girls were like, "It's so hot." I'm like, "It's actually not that bad." And they're like, "Stop." I'm like, I get that you think it's hot. Like I'm in it every single day. It didn't just rain, so it's not fucking humid and muggy.
Yeah.
It the temperature is warm, 100%.
Yeah.
But it's not stagnant. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's not that bad. And we're walking. We're not working. We're just walking.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's just so hot. I'm like, I would rather work in this and then we're like
the
versus like it
humidity,
just
man.
rained and it's just like, dude, it weighs you down, man. That humidity.
Yeah.
I'm scared about this hurricane season.
Why?
Well, we talked about it on the live, but like all the cutbacks on the Weather Channel.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it.
But also, the Amazon is drying up, and
Yeah.
supposedly, that means this could be a really bad rainy season for summer.
Yeah.
Hurricanes,
We'll
so.
see. But
It's the driest Amazon has been. It's insane.
Yeah.
Justin, look it up.
Justin, you can look that up. Can you order them some water off Amazon? Oh, we have to use Office Depot? No, I'm sorry. You're drying up.
Where's the aqueducts?
Aquanauts.
Yo, dude.
Yeah. Beaker.
I will never not think of beaker music. My next band is called Drawn Out.
Drawn Together.
There it is. It's quick. And the song is called Shoulders of Atlas.
Should we add some realism to this and pretend I can't find it?
No, you pinpointed that, dude. Tractor beam.
Yeah, dude. Next time, and I know Justin's not going to listen to this. I'll have an extra mouse over here, and I'll start fucking.
do we do that where Harrow will be using like the Switch, and we have another controller, and I'll just go like this, and she'll be like, "What's going on?" or something. I'm being hacked.
I know my work will never listen to this, but we have like that team view, where they can get onto my computer from their computer, and they can move my mouse around. So like they're trying to fix something, I just kept going. Every time they would try to click on a folder, I'd be like. And they go, "What's going on?" I'm not even touching anything.
Dude, I remember I didn't know that was even a thing until I was trying to figure something out with when I was making clips.
I was just right. I did that, didn't I?
And you got onto my computer. I'm like, how are you doing this right now? Is this legal?
I can do it without the program now.
With your brain.
I am Lawnmower Man. Bullshit. This is Drawn Out.
Yeah.
Shoulders of Atlas.
He's the internet.
Man, I love that kind of two-step.
Yeah.
Very posy. Yeah. Oh, this is awesome. God, this is awesome. I'm trying to think of who it reminds me of.
It's got a lot of that TUI, turnstile.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a TUI.
Love it. Are they in standard?
Probably.
Or drop?
I feel like a lot of these bands are in maybe E standard or something, you know?
I like that graphic too. I think that graphic is sick.
That's me keeping my life together. This is awesome. I like this.
This guitar's doing work, man.
I love harmony. You know what's cool about that song is it did not change pace. It was that same, it didn't really break it down
the
or
drums
anything.
Kept its,
but
yeah.
Dude, that little build up that they had in the middle, you're running the stage up.
Oh, 1,000%.
You're flooding it.
No, and that's what I was kind of wanted to say is that's a band I would love to see live. Just for the pile-ups, I'd be like, I'm going to learn every word.
Yeah, that's definitely a pile-on scenario.
catch my 245-pound ass.
They won't.
They can't.
They tried to catch me at Furnace Fest. Did not work.
Dude, they tried. I think I talked about it. The only time I jumped off a stage was during. It's not a hardcore thing, but during Fest, I was watching Prince Daddy and the Hyenas, and I remember getting up on stage and looking at the children that was about to catch me. I go, I'm sorry, and I just fucking jumped, and they I fell for 2 seconds, and then 8 of them tried to catch me up.
Oh yeah, it's like that kid at FYA who was when I was running out, I was going back and forth, and he just.
See, I'm the guy that's throwing people up on the people.
Well, we were doing that.
We were doing that a lot at FYA.
Yeah, I don't mind. I was step.
Dude, we were launching fuckers, dude.
There was one kid.
Dude, we threw
we fucking threw this kid, dude. He must have been like maybe like 18. Like he was a small guy.
$1.25.
Dude, it's like on the trampoline when you're bouncing when you're a kid. You're like, oh, I think you do that.
We double bounce it,
Oh
dude.
god damn,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Maybe we'll do that at their show.
Yeah, dude. We were launching people during No Pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's the band. I don't know why, because they don't sound anything alike, but I always get Drain and No Pressure confused.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
Yeah. I think they were the two, I'm not going to say outcasts of that FYA, but they were.
Drain's good, though. I like Drain.
Drain is dope. Yeah. But as far as like No Pressure is more like pop punk.
Yeah.
You know? But it's still fucking tight. They were so sick.
It was awesome. Yeah. You fucking launched that kid.
Bane's playing Fest this year. Gabba gaga.
Dude, there's a lot of like bands, like Mean Jesus is playing it.
Mean Jesus,
which I'm super stoked for.
God's Eyes, Drosera.
Yeah, like
or 30 Steps.
I'm glad to see like a lot of like heavier bands getting on it.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's not necessarily that kind of fest to begin with. I mean, at least
last year there was a bunch of hardcore bands. Like like Thirst Played and Throne. No, not Throne. Thrall.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be able to go this year.
Yeah,
just not in the cards.
Yeah, that's like they added Martyr AD to Furnace Fest. I'm like, I want to go, but I could probably get the tickets aren't the problem. They're cheap enough.
It's the logistics.
It's just going, taking time off work, but the hotel. I mean, the hotel is the expensive part, really.
Yeah.
So it's like fuck, and it's like you can't camp there, so I don't know.
No, it's true. Because like when we did Fest last year, we did it right. We get the extra day, we got the hotel and everything, and it was just so much fun. But like, okay, let me read you this bill of like what's on
the Bill of Rights. I already know that.
Tell me all. Tell me it.
If you don't know it, get out of my house.
Get out.
Chapter 1.
So I'm only just gonna read the top headliners, really. So
for Fest.
Yeah. So the Get Up Kids.
Okay.
Dillinger 4.
Well, okay.
Jeff Rosenstock.
I don't know.
Rules. RX Bandits.
Really?
Yeah.
RX Bandits?
Yeah. Laura Jane Grace. Fucked Up.
That's from Against Me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Piebald.
Wow. Okay.
Bane. Banner Pilot. I know Wayne's gonna fucking.
I don't know that one.
Coalesce, AJJ.
Oh, Coalesce is playing it?
Yeah.
What?
7 Seconds.
Wait, Coalesce is playing it?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So this is the thing. This is all dope. But Dallas made a good point yesterday because they just dropped all of it. A lot of those bands will be playing Bo Diddley, like the main stage.
Okay.
But they're all older bands.
Yeah.
And they weren't.
Well, yeah.
They didn't really do that kind of stuff. But
they got some big names in there, though.
I don't like how they did this flyer. They didn't do it like this last year. It's impossible to read the bottom.
They should have me do it.
You can
Well, you know what? That is a hard part. Is
you can zoom in, but
no, I know. But when you have so many bands,
they used to do 2 posts, whereas like here's a top half and then here's a bottom half.
Well, there's also something you could have done here. Like, I understand you want to like put the logo, but like you could have like literally taken the margins way up, and you could have equalized.
I will say though,
bit,
every Fest poster looks just like that.
No, I mean it's hard to do. I mean,
yeah.
Even with like the Rockville flyers and all that shit, like it's hard.
Dude, we were reading some of these band names, and I'm sorry if you're one of these bands, but some of these band names were weird, dude. Clearance Bongwater Revival.
It's awesome, though. They're on tour with Truck Stop Dick Bill.
Endless Mike and the Beagle Club.
Okay.
I bet you they're ska. Hardcore Karaoke Pile On Extravaganza.
That's funny.
That's a crazy name. 430 Steps. I'm just looking. I mean, it's going to be a good time no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Sarah Palin, I would love to see them.
Yeah, you like them.
Yeah. The Holy Ghost Tabernacle Choir, they play every year. Dollar Signs is really good. I'm just like spot reading at this point.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's enough bands there that would make me want to go. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm not really into like a lot of that other stuff, but I mean, it's close enough. You know what I mean?
Suck Brick Kids playing Virginity Drosera. Yeah, no, I mean, I would, you know, who knows? The thing is that the second wave of tickets just went up, and now they're like $250 a person.
I still don't think that's a bad price, but
$500 for two people for a 3-day thing is expensive. But I mean, you're gonna get your money's worth.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think it's a bad price. Like, I that doesn't sound unrealistic to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like going to see Bill Burr, $250 a person is ridiculous. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, I mean. Leg biters. I love those guys. Yeah. I was trying to see if Mass Panic was playing. I thought they were. But like I said, it's so fucking hard to read. Shakers is playing. They're really good.
Oh, good.
Damn, dude.
I had marmalades. Oh, dude, Brandy made enchiladas last night, like homemade enchiladas. Holy fuck, they were so good. I was like, she fell asleep at like 11. You know me, I'm a night owl. So I ate 2 for dinner. I was like, we couldn't even move off the couch. We were so like full.
Yeah.
And then she fell asleep at like 11 in the bed, and I got up and I was fucking around the computer. I'm like, I'm hungry. I ate 2 more. And I was like, oh, I should not have done that.
Mistakes were made.
I woke up this morning and I said, oh, no.
Dude, this is a sweet band name. I kind of want to check them out just because of the name. It's one word, Bullets Between Tongues.
That's an old band, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
I never heard of them.
Yeah, I can't type it in. But yeah, that's well, I might be getting confused because there was a band called Bullets Between Breaths. Maybe that's what I'm getting confused with. But that does sound familiar, though.
What you got for me? I'm just...
Oh, okay. What am I at? We're at 3 each?
I play 3.
Okay, so this will be my 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll only do 10 today. Make the flyer a little easier.
Make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, we've been recording for a minute too. Okay, so I have that one. Okay, so these are local guys. I really like the tone because it's super old school sounding, but like they throw in like those little like harmony chords in there too.
Is this local?
St. Petersburg, so
okay.
like, they're not too far away.
Okay.
They reached out a little bit ago, and I also love the name of the song. This band is Headless State, and the song is called Apocalyptic Gold Hoarders.
Oh yeah, dude.
So if you like the band Victims, I get a big Victims vibe from this from this band, and it's old school. You'll definitely hear it, but man, it's cool. Like they do it right. This sounds like something that would have been on, like, for me, and if it's a weird reference, like this would be like an old Tony Hawk song or an old skate video song, you know? You can hear those chords already.
Yep.
Like the old school. Yes. When you hear the chords, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's middle school.
I love this shit. Classic.
That was a Casey Jones quote right there.
Like the recording is like perfect for the type of tone it is, like for the band. Anything that's been on like Theologian Records, you know. It almost sounds like it almost gives it like a Modern Life is War kind of vibe too.
That's what it went with, like my middle school playlist with like Casey Jones, Comeback Kid, Evergreen Terrace, like that whole like.
For sure, I definitely hear like that era.
That's another thing I can't fucking. Struggling to fucking regulate.
Nothing is sacred. No one is safe.
I love that. That old school like harmony build up. You know, at the end.
His vocals almost sound like old Dallas Taylor a little bit.
It's rough. I like it.
Love it. But you're right. I want to go skateboard.
Yeah, like this takes me back to like that time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Heather
dude.
State.
Sick.
Dude, I love that. It's, you know, we always, you know, harken back to like the skateboard surf video days, you know, like I would have, that to me would have been like on like the sampler CD with like No Use for a Name, 98 Mute, like all like Good Riddance, a lot of those like old school like punk. And I just love that. And it's a little bit more gruff. His voice is darker, you know, I just love that shit, dude.
Yeah. It's a cool blend. And, I kind of like the raw recording,
Dude,
you know?
I think it works great for him. I think if that was like premium, like, you know, I think it's great. So,
yeah, I don't think it would kind of hit the same, you know?
yeah,
Like,
you know, I don't know. I think that's just us getting older.
I think it is a little bit because I keep finding myself like, oh yeah, that's something I would have listened to in middle school, not like, and because 100% I would have like that would have been something I would have put on my little MP3 player and like
MP3 player
would have been one of my 30 songs I could put on there.
I would have fit it on my mini disc player.
Yeah.
No, I actually used to make little compilation cassettes, you know, like I would play the CD and I would just record it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I don't know.
See, that's only a few years difference between you and I. 'Cause
Yeah.
Dallas used to do the same thing because she's a couple years older than I am, and I'm like, I never fucked around with cassettes as far as until now, you know. But like,
Yeah.
I would say in my like early 20s, I started like I want cassette stuff, and I started like collecting.
I like to collect it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I used to listen to it too because I was like I wanted to find old like Motley Crue and Poison and like all these like old cassettes, and then not even until like recently until we started kind of doing this, thinking that like my music has. Is it raining right now?
look, I don't know.
I guess the window is right here. No, it's actually gorgeous outside. But until like doing this, realizing that like cassettes are a huge thing, which I love. I love cassettes. It's just something you could touch, you know, like you can't, I don't know, like CDs you can touch, of course, but like this is just so, it's just different. I just love it.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that I would get concerned about with the cassettes though is like I hate to play it and then it gets eat up.
Yeah.
You know, like I like to collect this, you know, because I love the artwork and I love all that shit. You know, like all the CDs that I bought recently. But it's like even like here, like with the, you know, with the vinyl, like it's one of my favorite albums. Like I'm not gonna listen to it on vinyl. I can, but I'll probably end up just displaying it. You know, like as art. You know, and I don't know. Like I understand like the whole like the analog versus digital, but it's like, dude, if I'm in the garage, I'm putting it on my iPhone.
Yeah.
You know, on YouTube, you know, so it's like, I don't really care that much, but I'd much rather have it for the art's sake, you know?
For sure. Oh, no, for sure.
But yeah.
And I wonder if, like, I'm sure there's people that are, like, elitist. It's like, I only listen to my punk on cassettes or whatever.
They bring a lounge chair to a show.
Yes.
Here's my book collection. You brought a wagon with you?
I'm sure a lot of people, like, you know, bands are like, we're printing 50 of these if you want them. This is
oh,
it, you know?
yeah. Like, I mean, I definitely get, like, the exclusivity of it, you know? And, you know, I don't know. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, my next song.
All right.
This band's called Mission 7. Ooh.
There it is.
There it is.
Waiting to Die.
Waiting to Die. This one's got a
Salt wound.
salt wound.
Tell me now so I know why.
just love the constant.
For the drone. They put more distortion on the distortion.
Yo, dog, we heard you like distortion.
Exhibit 7. That reminds me of that band Tala that we did.
Oh, okay. There he is.
Very aggressive recording, and I like it.
Yeah.
Like it's like pushing it on purpose.
You need a good sound system in your car.
To ruin with this song. This is definitely like you're getting out of the car, falling down. Like, I'm off the now, so I know what it feels like. You know nothing about me, you don't even care. Leave me be, I'll be fine, oh, I'll be just fine. I'm already infected, I'm waiting to die. What the fuck? It's like, I've chosen for you not to live anymore, so here's what's gonna happen. And that drone, the droning chords in the background is really cool.
Yeah.
This is when the murder's happening.
I would be curious, like the meaning behind the name.
Mission 6 was taken. Oh, okay. That did not feel like fucking 4 minutes.
No, you're right.
That was 4 fucking minutes, dude. That did not feel like 4 minutes. That's awesome. Dude, they're put like it just okay. The recording's done. They're like, no, not enough distortion. Really make it violent.
This is to be played at a high volume, carefully in a residential neighborhood.
Past curfew. Yeah, I would be curious about the name too. Mission 7.
Yeah, and we done Salt Wound before too. There.
Yeah. And we did Salt the Wound.
Yeah.
The shortest cable ever.
That fucking bass cable.
You know, it's so funny because it's like we're watching this video of like a band that like y'all used to love, and I'm just like, oh, fucking bass cable. So what's it so short? It's like dangling.
Didn't even touch the ground, dude, from the cab.
He wasn't even that far away.
No, he wasn't. Like, is that like all you had?
Justin, can you bring that up?
Yeah, just like the continuity is like, well, you got to look like you're plugged in.
But
this is all we have.
But you know what's funny is if he wasn't plugged in, I bet you we would have noticed it less than if he was playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's got a wireless.
He's got a wireless.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now I get it. They were probably playing the song, you know, for the video, like, you know, back, like, you know, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But if he wouldn't have had a cable at all, I'd be like, oh, okay.
I like to think that like the band's like the bass player moves around too much, so we have to like
chain him up.
chain him down.
You know what's so funny is I was watching some show the other day, and they were talking about like band members that have ridiculous habits or like things you don't like about your bandmates. And it was AC/DC talking about the bass player and how he doesn't move from like a 3-foot section.
He doesn't. Yeah.
He
like, doesn't.
I'm not moving.
He doesn't want to trip Angus, dude. Angus is just running around.
I love that Family Guy rendition of Angus Young. He's like, I'm a full-grown man. Can I please change this outfit? I'm very cold.
You see him now, dude. Like, he's still rocking it, dude. He's got long white hair. Justin, look it up.
Justin, speaking of like long white, rough-looking, Ron White has a thing in the new episode series of Tires. And like I was like, holy shit, I didn't recognize him at first, but yeah, he's in there.
Yeah,
he's in there.
He used to play at the King Center all the time.
Yeah, Chevy Chase is there now. I've heard he is an asshole.
I heard he is like the worst.
Yeah.
Which sucks because a lot of my childhood is based around like early SNL and Lampoon stuff. So
you know what's crazy to me? And I was talking about that podcast with George Jankos. Okay, so he's 32. Okay, not that much younger than me. I mean, he's only 5 years difference, right?
Yeah.
He did not know who Chris Farley was. He did not know who.
He's got bad parents.
But like, it's just like you're a comedian podcast. You're a comedian. You're an up and coming. You're a YouTuber or whatever. You don't know who fucking Chris Farley is,
dude. The best of SNLs have been on accessible. Nothing's hidden. But also like the greatest movies, dude. Like,
but I'm just like, if he was like 18, 19, 20, I could understand at least,
But you were never in a group of friends who were like, yo, let's watch Tommy Boy.
I don't know. I mean, it just seemed weird that like he's talking to Jeff Dye. He's like in his 40s. He's been a comedian for a long time. And he's like, every time he'd mention like a name, like some of these big names in comedy, and he's like, who's that?
Stop. That's gotta be rage bait, dude. That's
like, dude, I would edit that out, man.
That makes you look terrible.
I don't know. I mean,
dude, Chris Farley is a legend.
Yeah.
No matter how old you are. I need to tell my daughter about Chris Farley.
Yeah. Me too. Hold on. Put her on the phone.
Yeah.
My heartburn is killing me. Yeah, we've been recording for a minute, but we're getting we got a couple more each. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to do today, but I'm just, So
you got bolt cutters? Like little ones. I don't need big ones anymore.
Oh, I only got the big ones.
Yeah,
I don't know where they are. Do you remember the post? The clip?
Yeah.
I have bolt cutters. No, they're in they're not accessible right now. They're definitely hidden away. So this band is Rajacero. And the song is called Hidden Meaning. And this is again like a high energy hardcore. And
okay.
I really like it. And they reached out to us, and I told you, just give us time. Oh, you hear? I like it. This is my kind of hardcore.
Yeah,
I love it. A little gallopy in there?
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh. Soft?
Yeah, it's
That album art is awesome. Because you know what that is, right? That's the border in Tijuana.
Oh.
He's just stepping over the fence.
Love that.
That's actually how tall the singer is.
I heard about that.
He's huge.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Nice catch.
Nice. Did that on purpose. I love this section of hardcore. I think that might be a different vocalist doing a feature. Kind of a little different to me. What would you do if you walked outside? It's like you just saw a human that big just stepping over your fence.
Yes.
Woo! So good, dude. Yeah, it's got like Terror, Madball, like like early 2000s, late 90s. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, they reached out to us a while back, and I was like, yeah, I got y'all for sure.
Yeah, that was sick.
It's awesome, dude.
I love the energy, the speed.
Dude, just the triplets with the double chugs. I love that stuff,
the random
man.
gallops in there.
Well, just that speed too, like just I love it.
Hell yeah.
It's always funny because it's like, you know, all my favorite hardcore bands, like, you know, obviously we're from Florida. Not a lot of hardcore bands come from Florida that sound like that. You know what I mean? It's more of like a West Coast or like a New York kind of thing, you know? And it's just like, I wonder if I was born somewhere else.
Yeah, right. The only one that comes to my mind is just 430 Steps, and it could just be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a local band wise, I couldn't tell you, but
yeah.
But I mean, that obviously, like, you know, Madball, Terror, like definitely that, like,
that type of energy.
Yeah, one with the underdog kind of like tone, like their guitar players fucking shreds it. Dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and I like the little riffs, dude, the little awesome.
Oh, chugga. Okay, cool. We'll just get it. My final band is Final Dose. This was actually recommended on our live that we randomly did. Somebody commented.
Yeah,
they're a little bit bigger of a band.
This is the one from the UK, right?
London, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And this song is called Weathered Axe. Yeah, and we were just on live, and someone said check them out.
I've seen the name before.
It does sound familiar. I wonder if they like popped up. But like I said, it's not like they're not like but they're out of like our typical realm.
Well, you know, it was a random suggestion, so hopefully, you know.
But I listened to the first 30 seconds and it fucks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There we go. That blackened hardcore. Definitely some blackened hardcore.
I think that's what they said. They're like blackened punk.
Yeah. I can see this as like title cleanse.
Yeah, that's how it just makes me think of the Abra, dude. Like something that would be playing there, you know.
Kind of like that crust vibe too, you know. You get in for free if you bring an axe.
Yeah, right.
This is like gauntlet music. Rusty fucking nails.
Yeah, that's fucking sick. It just hasn't stopped.
Yeah. need to dive into this genre a little bit more. I don't really step into it often.
Yeah.
I listened to a little bit of like black metal when I was in like high school, but when they act at you. I'm definitely gonna have to explore that genre a little bit more. I like that.
So is there, this is me sounding, that was fine a dose, and they were fucking
It's
dope.
great. It's awesome.
Is there a difference between black metal and blackened metal? Is it a regional thing? You know, like
Well, there's like Norwegian black metal, Swedish death metal, which sounds like black metal.
because like Dawn is like blackened metal, right? So
Yeah.
like, but is that different? In like, is black metal like?
so
I
like
need someone to like bring me out a tree.
Hey Justin, could you look that up?
Justin, could you-
Like to me, because like I say I listened to quote unquote black metal in high school, I listened to like one of the big ones to me was Dark Funeral. Like that's like a notorious name. That's like the Cannibal
when
Corpse.
I think of black, when I think of black metal, I think of just like high energy, like fast beats,
just blast
just
beats
like
with some like fucking
insane
yeah.
guitars the entire
But
time.
then you chop. It's one of those things where it's like where we found that website that had all the different genres. It's like like to me, I would consider it more of like a crust punk type with blackened aspects. Like I wouldn't consider that black metal.
So when I think of blackened, like hardcore or metal or whatever, I think of it's almost like a this is gonna sound dumb, like a vibe, like it's like a aura, like
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
I mean,
it's like a tone, like a
well, absolutely, that's definitely a way to put it. It's like we were just talking about like bands like hardcore bands from Florida versus hardcore bands from New York. Like they have different, like it's all hardcore, but they all have their different kind of like their swag to it or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, because dude, when you start getting into like the subcategories of like black and death metal, to me, like that's where like people start getting mad at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and I don't know, because
someone tell me the difference.
I mean,
'cause-
like my quote unquote, one of my like, because there's like symphonic death metal, symphonic black metal. I don't know. Like I used to love Demi Borgir a lot. They were great. Old Man's Child, which was members of Demi Borgir. Like I love that shit. Like it's all synths and like just big like. And Dark Funeral was like really aggressive, like black metal, but it had like a, an undertone of like atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
And then you get atmospheric black metal. I don't fucking know anymore. Like what do I'm just a podcast about music. What am I supposed to know?
we don't know nothing.
I don't know about nothing.
About
I don't.
nothing.
I know the serial number's not from here though. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that. I mean, to me, it was kind of like what we always talk about. Like I didn't like when I was growing up. Like I listened to Fear Factory and then I listened to Hatebreed. I didn't know they're two different genres.
Right.
I just thought, it's heavy fucking guitars.
It's just hardcore, baby.
Yeah, it's all heavy to me.
I saw it today for the first time driving I'm thinking I saw it because I had my license plate cover that Dennis made me.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's not in genre. I'm pretty sure I like looked at my rearview mirror on a red light and this dude's like this, and I think he like took a photo. I'm like,
That's funny. Oh man. All right. So I guess I'll be wrapping it up.
yeah.
I have been wanting to play this band for a while, but I've been sticking true to my list, making sure we get everybody. I actually changed my song at the last minute. This whole EP that they have, and I think they just got some new stuff out too. This band is awesome. It's super fun. It combines some of my favorite bands. So to me, it's got a little bit of Suicide File. It's got a little bit of the Bronx. Ooh. It's just like a fun, like rock and roll punk, but it's hardcore. It's awesome.
love the Bronx.
Yeah. So this band's called Unfortune Teller, which is an awesome name.
It's a sick
It's a sick name. And the song is called Pain Affirmation. I forget what the other one. I think I forgot what the other song I was gonna play, but
Casting spells on a burning world. It's fucking sick.
actually I think I was gonna play the self-titled Unfortune Teller. But dude, this is great. Like we were just talking about 430 Steps. Maybe you'll hear that a little bit too. But yeah, this is
Dude, these title tracks are fantastic.
oh yeah, they're great.
A Gun Named Sunshine.
Yeah.
Pain Affirmation. Vibe Killer.
Yeah, those are all my ex-girlfriend's names in my phone. Anyway, this song is great.
Very punky episode.
Okay, it's so fun, dude.
Not
This is awesome, dude.
This is sick.
You're right. It's been kind of a little funky up.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love it. Definitely a big, the Bronx. I hear the Bronx
Oh,
all over this,
yeah.
dude.
It's just getting work done in the house music, dude. I'm looking this up right now, man.
But I love like that driving, you know, suicide file, you know, I love that.
Oh my god, 52 monthly listeners. Get the fuck out of here.
It's a crime, dude. It's a crime.
Jesus. Well, you got a new one.
Yeah, I thought you'd like this.
This is rad.
I thought you'd like this one.
Like in that bass in my back.
This is beer drinking garage music for me, dude. I love this.
I love the way they went into that.
I can't believe they don't have like more listeners. This is insane. That's insane to me.
Fuck
Dude,
that, dude. That's,
Unfortunate Teller. Holy shit. That whole EP
listen
is great.
to all that. I'm going to.
Sorry if I seem a little bit biased all night. But I've been wanting to play them for a minute.
Just a good sound, dude. Just,
Fun, dude.
yeah, that's just so.
What the hell is this?
So my father smoked. Everywhere he'd smoke, he would not have a cigarette. So we were.
Okay. Well, Carrot Top, we'll see you later.
I was here again.
Dude, that whole EP is great, dude. I love that band. Rajacero. I said it right. I looked
Yeah.
but man, all these bands have been great. Like, it's a little bit punky, but also a little like just heavy.
Yeah, there's a couple rando heavies in there. Yeah.
Justin, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, we now enter the time of the episode. Oh, Lamb Goat. Go to Lamb Goat.
Oh yeah, go to Lamb Goat.
And do the things over there, Lamb Goat. Use our code HMHD. You get a discount per month. You also get common embeds, dark mode, and no ads. It was covered.
I'm leaving it in.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, do that.
Also, everybody start emailing heavies every day so we can get sponsored.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to send us a camera, I don't know.
Send us a couple.
Yeah, send us
just
a
for fun.
Blackmagic Design Pocket 4K, please.
Yeah, if you're
two of them.
if you're listening to this and you live in the state of Florida, August 2nd at the Abra, we have an awesome HMHD showcase.
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that once.
Yeah, we did not. With Coffin Collective, it's going to be absolutely fucking sick. There's 8 bands. There's going to be food. There's going to be a market. It's just going to be a killer fucking time. We just announced it this week, and yeah,
we will definitely be promoting that a lot more, like with clips and stuff.
Especially when it gets closer, and it's just going to be a great time. But everyone in Florida, if you live in the state, if you live out of state, come fucking hang out with us. If you've always wanted to meet us and or talk to us, now's the time, because we will be there, and we'll be there all day. And we're also working on, if you're not going to be able to be there, to have a live feed. So so you can hang out with us.
The Abra has internet, right?
I fucking hope so.
There's no way they don't. Don't buildings just come with internet now?
I think so.
Is that how that works?
I think it's yeah. I think it's in the walls now. It's in the it's in the slab.
Before we go, there's a conspiracy theory. There's a new one that I totally agree with.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so when you know how they used to have lead in paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you go to the dentist and they take a X-ray your teeth, what do you put on? The big lead vest.
Oh yeah,
to block out the X-rays, to block out the the waves. So there's a conspiracy theory that they started saying that. I mean, I'm sure lead paint is not good for you, or lead's not good for you in general, but that the government, once they started figuring out microwaves and radio waves and all that shit, and they found out that the lead deflects the signals, that they made it illegal, but they said it was a health reason. So now that they can get it and send the waves into your house and figure you out and know where you are, like on your phone.
Oh yeah,
like where you are in your house. Like I believe that one.
I actually, yeah. Well, there's that whole thing to where like, with all those fires in California,
the drones kept it going. Yeah,
but they,
I believe that too.
Any of the houses that were painted blue, or I think it was blue or green. It was one of those colors that just wasn't touched, but everything else was fire around it. There's like that whole thing.
After the fires were like starting to like finally get controlled, Newsom didn't even wait to say, "Oh, we got a new smart city coming."
Yeah,
like motherfucker, like now all these memes about you burning down, like we believe them now. You know that, right? The drones kept it going.
Yeah.
Before we're gonna have to get out of here because I'm gonna lose it now.
I'm on the same page with the whole lead paint thing.
It's one of those things where it's like it's so weird, but it seems plausible.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Don't eat lead paint.
Just put a bunch of mirrors around my house.
I live in a tinfoil hat.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah.
At no point
I think me
in your rambling, incoherent response were you even
Very good,
close to
Archibald. You
anything
did good.
that could be
Honestly, yeah.
considered a
That's pretty
rational
good.
thought.
I feel you do have to use
Everyone in
two
this
bands
room
though,
is now dumb for
crossing
having
the
listened to
pressures.
it.
You know?
I award you no points.
What the fuck?
Yes.
May God have mercy on your soul.
If you don't have the training, it ain't gonna work. You're gonna flop. No one's gonna come over. You know, it's just
What
things
the
are gonna
fuck is
happen.
up, Durangos?